Portland. Give it up for Stephen Amell.
Is this my rap battle song?
Magic Mike.
Oh my goodness. How you doing, man?
Fantastic, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I haven't done one of these in a little bit.
San Jose. I think,
San Jose when we did the first San Jose show.
I think so, yeah.
I got to tell you, obviously we were here back in June in Portland. I'm so happy and thankful with the turnout this weekend. Purely for selfish reasons, I love coming to Portland.
It's amazing here, yeah.
And we're going to be here. I guarantee you guys we'll be back next year for sure, 100%.
Nice. So, Stephen, I love when you come and sit on my stage with me here. And selfishly, there's one thing I gotta know. I gotta get it off my chest.
Let's talk wrestling right away.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
But I have to.
I'm ready.
I have to lead in with what happened not too long ago. Are you now officially a member of the Bullet Club?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we have the Vigilante Club shirts, but I just want to hear it from the man.
No. I'm in the Bullet Club. Yeah, 100%.
And I know that you had a match.
I did.
And it wasn't televised anywhere.
Nope.
So I need to know against whom, and I need to know play-by-play how it went down, and what was your finish?
So I teamed up with Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega. And, man, coming straight from Cody, Kenny Omega, in my opinion, is like the best wrestler in the world right now. And my finisher was I was one half of the first ever Arrow Indie Taker, which was Kenny's idea, by the way. This is going over so many people's heads. But if you're in, you totally get it. Right, okay.
I get it. That's amazing.
And we're doing very excited too. We are the Bullet Club, and but principally Cody and the Young Bucks. We're putting on our own show September 1st in. I'm not telling you. Damn. Well, just wait. Boo's not going to help. It's in a city with a major airport. But I'm very excited. Very, very proud of those guys, but specifically Cody, who you guys would know that I wrestled in WWE and then was on Arrow a couple of times last year. Very, very proud of the trail that he's blazing on the independent wrestling circuit.
Yeah, he's basically putting indies back on the map. Basically,
he's writing his own ticket. He really is.
Yeah.
He really is. And look, I'll sit here and say right now, I know that I know a lot of guys in the WWE, and I know that they're quietly, because if they did it publicly, it would go badly. I think I believe they're really envious of the path and the type of career that Cody is making for himself.
Yeah. And what do you think of the hair?
Love the hair.
Yeah, that's right. It's a little dusty. I like a little tribute. DDP just gave him the coat, too.
Really?
The old dusty fur coat. So
very
I think,
cool, man.
It's going to be amazing.
Very, very cool.
And speaking of Bullet Club, just, again, selfishly, I'm a Marty Skrull. I love the villain. Any villain fan?
Yeah. Marty's a good guy.
He's fantastic, too.
Yeah.
Any chance you wrestling will become a full-time gig for you?
No.
Fair enough. Moving on. Arrow, what a journey it's been, right, on this show.
Yeah.
Right. Who loves Arrow? Just curious.
Thank you.
To become, synonymous with one character and to just be that franchise. What has it been like from day one all the way along the journey to right now?
I mean, it's really tough when you're that in the weeds to sort of get up at 30,000 feet and take a look at things, but you do a little bit. I mean, it's just to think about the fact that when someone says the Arrowverse, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? That's really cool. I mean, and it's like, oh, what's going on Tuesday night? Oh, just another show in the Arrowverse is premiering. It's just like it's so cool, man. And all of these shows and everything that has happened, they exist on their own merits, and they exist, off of the hard work of their cast and their crew and their writers and their producers. But for us to be able to lay a blueprint for them, and for me to just, this show's changed my life. It was February of 2012, and I was dating. I was dating a girl at the time. we're married now, so I can talk about this. But I was living in a 1-bedroom apartment in Hollywood, and now 6 years on with a beautiful wife and a beautiful daughter, and all of these wonderful experiences that I've gotten to have, most of which, if not all of which, the ones that are most cherished for me involve meeting people that appreciate the show in some way, shape, or form. The lifelong friendships that I've been able to make. It's been amazing, man. I will look back at this time, however long it goes, and I will look back at it with a full heart of memories. Yeah.
I'll never forget, casting director David Rappaport, you were the first guy they saw, and he said, that's the guy.
Well, so. I was the first guy that auditioned for Arrow, Grant was the first guy that auditioned for Flash, and Melissa was the first girl that auditioned for Supergirl.
So if they've learned anything, just see one person.
Yeah, just
call it a day.
David, who are you bringing in first? All right, just send them a contract.
Right. Save so much time and money.
And by the way, when we had to recast Sarah Lance, Katie Lotz was the first person that came in. Okay, so
done.
I mean, yeah. Anyway,
and again, you've perfect choice, obviously, and you've done such a fantastic job. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention Olicity, right? Everybody's favorite role. And Emily, I met her for the first time in Atlanta. She is absolutely phenomenal.
She's okay.
What's it like working with her in that capacity?
Oh, it's great, man. And look, I don't want to pull back the curtain too much, but we've become the best of friends, and a lot of this, both of us, that you see between Oliver and Felicity at this point is just both of us trying to make one another laugh. I swear to. And by the way, that happens. I mean, we are shooting right now. We're shooting our 130th episode of Arrow. So that's like a little less than 100 less than Smallville, and like 600 less than Supernatural. But you know what? You have to find ways to make it new and fresh and exciting. You really do. And working with Emily has been just a real treat. It always feels fresh. It really does.
One thing I also have to comment on, especially for my lady friends in the crowd, is
why are you so obligated? Just say what you want to say.
Stephen, you're okay. Well, in that case, I personally think you're extremely handsome, and the shape you're in it's the Greek godlike at this point. So how the hell do you stay in that shape, especially hanging out and being part of the Bullet Club now? Because I know those guys like to have some fun. But how do you stay in that shape, man?
Fear of embarrassment. Yeah. You're taking your shirt off in the episode. Okay, here we go again. Yeah, man. I like staying in shape, and it's become a different process. You know what I mean? When I got the show, it would just be like, well, I'm going to work 14 hours, then I'm going to get up and I'm going to jog for 45 minutes, and then I'm going to go do some weights. And now it's like, when's my daughter getting up? All right, I've got 15 minutes to work out. Oh God! So I have to. I have to work a little bit harder to schedule the time, but it's just about, and it's about trying new things too. You know what I mean? Anyone that goes to the gym or goes wherever and does the same thing all the time, if you get into a rut, it's because you're doing the same thing. So the trainer that I work with in Vancouver, we're always trying new stuff, right? Like I'm a huge fan of LeBron James, and I really enjoy his Instagram story, and I watched a lot of his workouts. It all seems to be based around core. So that's sort of something that we're undertaking in the next couple of months, because I've had a little bit of a chronic back issue from swinging and missing when I fake punch somebody. It's akin to going into a batting cage and taking 20 hacks as hard as you can, but never hitting the ball. It does a lot to my lats, and anyway, I have issues. Also, yeah, no, I'm 36 and a half years old. Okay, so we're going to do a lot of like core stability stuff, because I feel like if we build up that area, that it will help other things. But always try new things. Okay. And don't skip leg day. You hear me?
Never skip.
Don't skip leg day.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it. Well, and more my speed, what I want to know is, what's your favorite cheat meal? Because those are my favorite days, when it's cheat time.
Oh, man. Like, if I could just
right
pick
now,
one
like anything.
right now, I want Kraft Dinner mac and cheese with ketchup and sliced hot dogs inside, and a bunch of mozzarella just on top, and maybe just some gravy for good measure. I don't know. That's just. I know it's disgusting. I would enjoy it for like 2 bites,
Right.
and then I would not enjoy it at all.
So, I got to let you go in a couple minutes, unfortunately. But
Okay.
before that, we got some the regular gamut of questions, some fun questions. Are you ready?
Love it. I'm ready.
All right.
Let's
of
ask
course.
as many as we can.
Cool. Is that cool with you guys? We're at FanFest show, which one half is Heroes and Villains FanFest. So I have to know, who is your hero?
Like in period?
Anything. Who's your hero?
My mom.
Aw, why?
Because. No, my mom is. My mom teaches me lessons every day about being optimistic. My mom is a 2-time cancer survivor. My mom recently got remarried, and in her late 50s, early 60s, acts like a newlywed, which is gross, but amazing. And no, she's my hero every day. She teaches me how to be, how to look at any situation and see the positive in it.
Amazing. Yeah, right? Give it up for that.
Yeah. Hey, guys, just as if you ever get asked that question, that's the answer. Okay?
I'm going to say Stephen Amell, but that's me. Who's your most hated villain?
Hated?
Hated.
But by hated, you mean respected?
Sure, however you want to take it.
Adrian Chase. So mad he's dead. Spoiler.
Now, you're a real-life superhero, and you can have any badass vehicle that you need, because every superhero needs a vehicle. What are you going to choose? What are you going to make?
Can I just I'm a superhero?
Yeah.
Can I just fly?
That would be your superpower of choice?
Superman does not need a car.
No.
I would fly. Yeah, I mean, like the tumbler from the Nolan Batman movies.
Yeah.
That thing was badass.
It was dope.
That thing was so badass that they made 3 movies and they never even changed the car. Right. Like, we don't need to change the car. No, we're good. We're good. Give him a new suit. Bring in big villains. Let's widen the scope. No, but we're good with the car. Car's fine.
Everything else changed. Everything.
Car stays the same.
And this, they've been waiting for this. I've been asking everybody up here the past couple days about firsts, because this is my first time in Portland. I wasn't here for the last show. So I want to ask you about some firsts in your life.
Okay.
All right? What was your first?
Hang on. There are kids in the audience. You know that, right? Okay, very good.
Wherever you take it.
Very good.
Stephen Ogg was up here, so the bar is, don't
Very
worry
good.
about that.
Okay, all right.
What was your first acting gig ever?
I was on Queer as Folk, which was a show on, I don't know what it was on, Showtime. Something?
Yeah, Showtime.
I had been acting for 3 months. I was a spin instructor at the time, and they were auditioning for a spin instructor role on the show. And I told my agent, even though technically this is not how it works, I said, because I hadn't gotten a job yet, I was like, if I don't get this job, I quit. Whew.
We're all thankful for that. What was your first car?
My first car was a Chevy Cavalier Z24.
Nice.
I drove it from Toronto to California. True story.
Was that the end of it after that drive?
No, I drove it back.
Oh, nice. There's the biggie. What do you remember about your first kiss?
I remember it being distinctly unromantic because I was like 11, and I think that I turned to the girl and I was like, everyone wants us to kiss. Should we kiss? And so we did. It's terrible. And then I walked away.
Where is she now? What was your first pet?
My dog, Bosley. He was a Yorkshire Terrier.
Nice.
Good guy. Swallowed a fish hook. He survived. But he definitely swallowed a fish hook.
I just liked how he's a good guy.
He was a good guy. I liked Bosley, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And finally, 2018 is finally upon us. What's something you want to do for the first time that you've never done this year?
That's a great question. What would I like to do for the first time that I have never done before? I would like to visit at least 5, not cities, at least 5 countries that I have never been to. Yeah. At least 5.
Do you have a go-to right now that you really want to go to that you haven't been?
I've never spent time in Germany. I will be in Germany later this year, maybe even for an event.
Who knows?
I've never been to Germany. Want to go to the Maldives. I'd like to spend more time in Australia. I've been to Sydney and Melbourne, but I would like to do that. And then there are a couple of spots that my wife and I visited when she was pregnant that I would like to visit when she's not pregnant. And I don't know. The Maldives is high on the list. Very high, very high. And we're thinking about going to Singapore, too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I heard it's lovely. Universal is fantastic there, the park.
What, where, how?
Universal Singapore, the theme park.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic.
You should go.
What do you want to do for the first time in 2018?
Be tall. I just don't see that happening. Yeah. I want to finally pay off my house. That's what I want to do.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be a good feeling to own a home, like own it. Because the bank owns it till you pay it off.
No. Hey, look, I mean, anytime, if anyone ever has the money to pay off their home and someone's like, no, your mortgage is good, just invest it. No, pay off your house. Pay off your house. Like, I'm a big believer in owning things, and like maybe you don't, and maybe you don't take that money that you're going to use and invest it in Bitcoin, and maybe it doesn't turn into like $7 million, but at the same time, you own your house. That's a good peace of mind.
Yeah. I also want to try absinthe, too. Never done it.
Oh, really?
I heard it's phenomenal.
Yep. Have you been to New Orleans?
Never.
Really?
Never.
I have recommendations for New Orleans. Anyone here been to New Orleans? Guys, get it together. New Orleans is my favorite city in the United States of America. It really is. I wouldn't want to live there. I can take it for like 4 or 5 days, then I need to go somewhere and get like an IV or something like that. But man, there's a spot on Bourbon Street called the Old Absinthe House, and they do absinthe there. It's good.
I'm going in 2018.
Sounds good to me, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for stopping by.
Hey,
Give it up one more time.
Thank you very much,
Stephen
guys.
Amell.